Welcome to the Math Path. Today we will be doing math. I made a video a couple days ago that really requires explanation of its momentousness because you probably missed it. Those of you who viewed it, of which there appear to be many, this video instantly became the most popular video in the Math Path cinematic universe, and is surpassing even the previous hit video regarding removal of burrs from human hair. And so, speaking of, to get the explanation, let us go back, hark back to the Bible. Always a good thing. I recommend reading the Bible. So some of you may recall reading in the Bible the story of a man, Samsonite or something, that he made a vow that he would not cut his hair until he was able to determine the true value of pi. As you can see, I have been on a similar quest with a similar determination. And I think that I have gotten there. So let's look at this experiment that we did. Let me show you the bad, because you may not have, there's no way you could have fully grasped it because you can't even read the numbers in that video. You can't really understand what's going on. So this thing was curved up like this, but let me show you what you did. What? That's right. These are not the same length. As you saw in the video, the balls reach their ends at the same time. Now, when they're lined up like this, they go along, and they go along even, and they reach whatever, this point at the same time. They reach this point at the same time, but obviously it reaches the end of this tube far earlier than this ball reaches the end of this tube. But when I curve it, it consistently does not do the same thing. I did it multiple times on that night, and what happens is this gets to the end of this tube at the same time as this gets to the end of its tube, which is, this is 1, 2, 3, 3.14, which that's when it should be reaching the end. 4. So, what's going on here? A little background. Years ago, I ran across this idea that perhaps the kinetic pi, let's call it, the distance that a moving object travels, if it is following a circular acceleration path, which is not, it's not a simple straight line. It actually is an acceleration. When it's doing that, its distance that it's covering will actually not be 3.14159265358979, etc. It will be 4. And sounds pretty crazy. Sounds pretty much like nonsense. But until you really read it and you realize, no, this guy is serious. He really, and maybe. Well, what can I say? This shows that that's right. It's 4. It's 4. And should you be surprised? Because there's so many other lies that the people in power have been telling lately. It shouldn't have taken this long, okay, but it did. I've been buying tubing and little ball bearings and stuff since 2020. I first started doing these experiments with varying degrees of failure. It's very hard, actually. I don't know, it's inconsistencies in the tubing or what to get it so that they will just go the same speed reliably, following the same path, just going down the straight path. But anyway, this time I finally got it dialed down enough that they did, and so every time, and then the curve, you know, because you can't prove anything if it's not repeatable. So for 4 years, since the year of the virus hoax, 2020, I've been doing this. In 4 different houses, I've done it. And now finally, we can say 4. The answer is 4. Pi equals 4. I don't know what to tell you. Everything you know is wrong, apparently. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. But we're kind of starting out with a bang here, that if this is wrong, what else should we open our minds to the possibilities of, right? I hope. Let's do this. Let's go on a beautiful journey together of truth. This really is bigger than math. This is big. This is bigger. We can call this the truth path, and let's do it.